Hey everybody, it's Kelly from My Soulful Home and Decorating Tips and Tricks, the podcast. Today we're going to continue in our series with 30 lessons to become a better decorator. Today's 10 new lessons to become a better decorator involve a lot of practical advice in order to help you create a beautiful home. And then you can watch the previous videos to get the first 20 lessons. So let's dig in today to our new 10 lessons. The first lesson for today in order to become a better decorator is invest in your upholstered pieces. You're going to sit on it and use it every day. So purchase a sofa or chairs, chaise, love seat in the best fabric and the best quality that you can afford. There's so many performance fabrics out on the market today that even if you have kids and pets, like I do, those fabrics are going to really help you have your upholstered pieces stand the test of time. Now, if you invest well and wisely in upholstered pieces, they can last you 10, 20 years. So I would suggest neutral fabrics and the best quality that your budget will allow. The second lesson for being a better decorator is keep your dimensions on your phone. When you're out in the world and you find something that's fabulous, you're not sure, if you have all the dimensions, whether it's a piece of furniture or even the dimensions of a room or the length and width of draperies that you're looking for, it's so convenient to just have it all right in your phone. Third lesson for being a better decorator is fill your fireplace. Oftentimes, fireplaces are not used a lot or it may not even work. And so then you just got this black hole in your living room, family room, or wherever. So I suggest first paint the inside with high heat black matte paint. That'll just sort of clean it all up if you have any burn marks or whatnot. And then fill it with something if you're not using it as a fireplace. If you have enough light, maybe even a plant, a fern is great in there, or some candles. I just recently added some candles and a expandable candle holder with some fiberglass underneath it. And it's made such a difference in my living room rather than just having the black hole of our fireplace that doesn't work. Number 4, treat your powder room like a jewel box. A small room like a powder room is a perfect canvas to really take your decorating up a notch and go bold and maybe even take some risks. Put some wallpaper on that you've been thinking about. Do a treatment on the ceiling, paint it, put planks on it, make it metallic. You could do something really special. Add a really great little light. Go a little crazy on your fixtures. You can spend a little more because you have such small quantity that you'll need in such a small space. Get great towels, put in a little bud vase for flowers. Just make it really beautiful. You'll have so much fun decorating it because you can take chances in a small space like that you might not want on a larger scale in a big room. Next lesson, mix and match your dishes. You don't need a setting for 12 anymore. And it's so much more fun to set a table this way. So it frees you up to buy that sort of one-off plate that you found at the clearance aisle somewhere, or ones you might pick up at an estate sale. Maybe you have 2 of one and 3 of another. It's so much fun. And if you stack them up and everything's working together with the color palette, it can be such a beautiful, interesting, modern way to set your table. The 6th lesson is add texture to your walls. Well, paint is absolutely magic for decorating and can really transform a room. If you add texture to the walls in a room, it can really take your decorating to a whole nother level. So I'm going to suggest that you either introduce yourself or revisit grass cloth wallpaper. I have been collecting samples of it. I am definitely going to take the plunge sometime soon. While we're talking about walls, another lesson is if you're doing any sort of paneling or shiplapping, do it on the horizontal. That's going to expand the feel of the room. Certainly if it's a small room, that's going to make it feel bigger. Ready for the next lesson? Group collections together for bigger impact. So whatever you like, do a group of them. Odd numbers are great. So 3, 5, 7, keep on going. Or if you must group your collection en masse, you can do that as well. So I did that with my white pictures. I love them. I have so many of them. And I must admit, what's above my doorway in my kitchen is only part of the collection, but it definitely makes more of an impact altogether. Everybody that comes into the kitchen comments on that collection of pictures. They might think I'm a little crazy, but they definitely notice it. Number 9, anchor a room with an old world piece. Using a major antique. And when I say major, I don't mean super expensive, and I don't mean something you got at Sotheby's auction. Just a big old world antique piece will anchor your room in a way that no other piece of furniture will, and it won't date it. You can mix it with anything. You can mix it with really contemporary pieces. You can mix it with glass pieces, lucite, to really get that wonderful tension and that juxtaposition that you want in your decorating. But if you start with one really good antique in each room, your decorating will be so much easier. Lesson number 10, pick your paint last. Now I know I'm going to get some comments about this one, but hear me out. It is so much easier to match your paint to your already chosen furnishings or fittings than doing it in the reverse. There is an infinite number of paint choices, colors, tones. You can even have a custom paint mixed. There's a limited universe of sofas and tiles and rugs and draperies. Although those things might seem like there are zillions of choices as well and feel a little overwhelming when you're in the process of choosing them, trust me, there are a heck of a lot more paints, and it's going to be a lot easier to match your paint with what you've already chosen. So lesson number 10, I will repeat, lesson number 10 to be a better decorator is pick your paint last. Thanks so much for coming by today. I hope you really enjoyed the lessons, and if you did, definitely listen to and watch the other 2 videos. And if you enjoy decorating and you want to get decorating tips and advice, tune into my podcast. I think you're going to love it. It's Decorating Tips and Tricks. You can find us on iTunes or any place that you listen to podcasts, and I'll put the link below. The links for the other 2 videos with the previous decorating lessons will also be linked below. And you can always find me on Instagram or on my blog at My Soulful Home, and all the links to those places will be below as well. Thanks so much for coming by. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.